patrons, welcome once again to the guest episode of the podcast. This week I had a guest that a lot of people were calling for. The one and only TikTok meister himself, Geady. Now, on paper, an old guy like me and a young cool kid like him shouldn't really get along, but guess what? We did. We had a good time. We vibed. We talked about comedy. We talked about TikTok. He taught me how to work TikTok. He was telling me some of the business projects he's working on, other things, goals, life in general. It was just a good chat and a fun podcast. And you know what? It was a legit lit vibe, guys. Enjoy this episode with Geady. Geady, welcome to the podcast.
It's very good to be here, mate.
Yeah, you're comfortable, you're settled.
Very comfortable, very settled, and good to be here.
Yes, no, it's good to have you on. A few people have asked to get you as a guest, and whenever they did, I had to check you out, and I liked what I saw, so I thought we'll get you on. We'll compare notes, and we can see.
I appreciate
what the
that,
crack
bro.
is.
I appreciate it. So yeah, let's
go. And have you done many podcasts before?
This is the third one, mate. Fourth actually. One was like a more business kind of one on Zoom.
Okay.
And then for me doing the social media kind of stuff, this is the third one.
Yes. Right. Okay. So for those who, because again, I think there's a bit of crossover in what we do, and I think there's again the opposite side of that. So for people that don't know you, how would you describe yourself?
Like what I do, etc.
Yes.
I do social media, so I do social media full time. I run a social media agency, do my own thing on social media, create a lot of lifestyle content, pretty much just what I'm up to, honestly. Yeah.
So would you say, again, this is the word, the I word, I'm sure people use that sometimes, would you
think
call
I know
yourself
what's coming.
An influencer, or would you be a content creator?
Honestly, entrepreneur. Honestly, I run a business, you know what I mean? We have staff and stuff like that. Entrepreneur first, and as a byproduct, I do content. I don't do content necessarily for like a business, do you know what I mean? I do content because I actually do enjoy it. I love creating content, love documenting what I'm up to and sharing that. But entrepreneur first, content, content creator / entrepreneur.
And when did there come a point, because again, what I kind of started doing the guest podcast at the beginning was to get certain folk on who I could maybe learn from, and get some advice from, because I've been a full-time comedian coming up the guts of a year, and I've learned that I need to do more on social media.
You need to get on the socials, bro.
Like that. So when did it go from being sort of a hobby for you to being like, actually, fuck, I can make a bit of dough out of this. This could be my profession.
Yeah, I think so. I really started TikTok around early 2021, which was quite late to the game. A lot of people who are big on TikTok got started like early 2020, COVID. So mine was like, early 2021, started posting videos. Mate, back then I was posting like food videos. Like literally like best eats around Belfast and stuff like that. Then videos started going off, like hitting like 400-500k, and that's when a lot of, obviously for me, I was like, right, there's something in this here, and I honestly was just enjoying it. But then also from a business standpoint, a lot of places started seeing the value in it and reaching out to me and be like, oh, like we'd love you to come along and like give a review on our place, etc. And that's when I obviously seen it from a monetization, standpoint as well. So I would say it was then, mate, which was pretty quick because I only really started posting on TikTok again then, and within a month the videos were starting to go off. So
at that point, were you working at that stage, or was it like a hobby posts you were doing?
So I was in a previous 9-to-5, and I was doing e-commerce as well. So I had a drop shipping store online. So I was already kind of in the online space, and at that time I knew it was only going to be a matter of months before I was full time by myself. So to be honest, it was good timing, to be fair. All the TikTok stuff definitely taken off. It got like a lot more people familiar with like my face, who I am, what I do, etc. So for getting clients for the agency, it made it a lot easier. So.
And when did you then go from having it just posting videos to going, it's a business? Did you get someone else on board? Was it just from the drop shipping that it happened? Or
okay, so to get it straight, there's what I do as an agency right now, social. That's the agency where we'll sign clients up, create their content, and completely manage their social media. And then there's what I do on social media, which is Geady. They are two separate things, two completely separate things. The main revenue stream is obviously for the agency, where we provide value for businesses. In terms of what I do on social, like, I do make money off it, but it's nowhere, like, it's not like, it's nothing crazy, So what was your question again?
I was like, what made you go this? So again, for us, if we're posting stuff on social media, it's probably like, people see that. For a comedian's point of view, we're converting that into maybe ticket sales or podcast listens. But when did you go, actually, you know what, social media itself, content creation is a career? Was your thought that I'll set up the business.
When I first started signing up clients for the agency, definitely. And it was a lot of the agency clients that I've signed up to date, especially around Belfast, Northern Ireland, people will know me and know my face as kind of doing social media. So it already creates that trust. Clients are like, right, this guy knows what he's doing. So I would say then, mate, definitely, as my following started growing and stuff like that as well, and equally, I started seeing more clients come in for the agency.
And tell us this, how do you scout somebody for your agency? Is there something, do you like...
It's your network. It's your network, bro. Yeah, it's your network. Like, Belfast is a relatively small enough place. You'll know the people that are in the industry, social media, content creation. So really your network, to be honest. I've just hired a new guy actually, and we were literally in the same primary school together. So for me, it's such a sick story, to be honest. Like, we've just brought him in as like head of creative, and obviously videographers and stuff like that. There is a nice pot of videographers that we will use at the kind of more ad hoc basis, but we have a main full-time head of video as well. So to be honest, mate, it's really just your network. Yeah,
and see, speaking of network, that one thing that I had seen that, again, I need to understand more about it, because the listeners will be listening to this going like, Dave, we know you're an old guy, you're out of touch, you try your best, but you're an out of touch guy.
You're a wee bit out of the loop.
I'm a bit out of the loop. So what I want to know about is, I saw the TikTok house.
Yes.
How did that come about? What is a TikTok house?
Got you. So I wasn't actually in the TikTok house. There was people who stayed the full week. It was on for a week. I didn't stay for the full week. I went to the opening party, 1 or 2 events during the week, and then the closing party as well. So it was pretty much ran by a local influencer marketing agency over here called Vava Influence.
Right.
And pretty much...
I'm coming for them. They sent me a message. They said, guys, somebody wants to send me some gear. And I said,
what kind of gear?
Like some threads.
Some get this man dripped up.
And it's not come here yet. So they
Baba,
said, sort me. So they set it up, and a TikTok house, is it? Because to me, I'm not sure. Is it a collection of TikTokers,
creators,
or
bro?
is it to create in the house?
From their perspective, the idea is, right, you're putting a bunch of creators, big creators as well, from all across Ireland, north and south. You're putting them on a house, and they've got a lot of different activities around Northern Ireland to do. So we'll start on creator perspective first. Why is that a great opportunity? For them to collab, for them to network, for them to make cross-collaborative content. Then from a business standpoint, these guys are going around for a full week doing the likes of We Are Vertigo. They went like up north. So every single business that they went and done stuff with, they're getting amazing exposure for all that week, So I think it was successful for them, to be honest, in terms of everyone was talking about it, So I think it really was bring creators together and align creators with businesses as well.
And who are the TikTok people? Who are the guys at the minute to watch, and what are they putting out there?
Me and Jed.
There you go.
Easy. So from a Northern Irish standpoint, bro, there is good creators. Like, obviously, me, Jed, who else we got? Ethan and Joel. They put out good stuff. Joel the Magician.
Yes.
He puts out good stuff. Bro, there's a good few, even down south. Like, there's a load of people, like, I'm sure you see them pop up. You need to get on the socials, though.
I know. Listen, this is the thing, because I would be... I'm against Facebook, right? I don't like it. No,
rightfully so.
I have a reason why I don't like it, and they used to steal money off me. I'd done a sponsored post years ago.
We don't like that. We don't like that.
And they stroked it off me. So
Zuckerberg,
it's like, I'm not doing that.
Give this man his money back.
Fuck you, Zuckerberg. You have enough, right?
Zuck.
And then Twitter, I just think it's dead. Instagram, I like, because again, I think it's the majority of people on Instagram are fans of
IG. Is still good, like,
so it's good. And TikTok,
it's a new world.
I've been thrown into the deep end,
here. But here, that's what we're here to help you out with, mate.
Listen, that's
what we can help you with.
What we need to do. But TikTok to me is just, I just didn't fit, because again, you hear all the rumors, like the Chinese have set it up to corrupt the West. They're going to come in. There's going to be World War III. They'll kill you.
Yeah.
And then it's like you get so many views, but then I sort of think, well, are they going to come and see me, or what's the
rock up outside? We're here to see Big Dave Elliott.
Yeah, that's the ticket. But
come with me.
But I'm new to it, and I've tried some stuff on it. I've put some videos up. I want you to look at it and tell me what you think.
Okay, bro.
Let's get on it. Where are we at? The TikTok. Right, here we go.
I hope this is you dancing to some dance.
I've one dance, actually.
I want to see Dave Elliott dancing here. Like,
I've one dance, and it's because I look like DJ Khaled. So I've only set it up, right?
DJ Khaled, yes.
Yeah, bro. And I've put like the podcast clips and things on it. So what are the buzz situations here, the problems?
No hashtags for a start, bro.
Right. So are hashtags big?
Yeah, obviously. Right. So use one broad hashtag, FYP, which is For You page, and use 3 or 4 more niche specific hashtags.
Okay.
So some Belfast, throw Belfast in there, NI TikTok.
NI TikTok, that's one I've not had before.
You need to get on that. So you're tapping into local target demographic, then also comedy, obviously a given, stand up. So I would just do that there. One broad, FYP, and then like 3 or 4 niche specific ones.
I see, because what we did do,
we haven't moved on here, mate.
Sorry, sorry. I mean?
The pin post here for a start, 23. Those are rookie numbers. We need to get them.
We
gotta get them numbers up, bro. Consistency as well. Yeah.
How often do you post on TikTok?
You can post literally 3 or 4 times a day, especially with the nature of what you're doing, right? You're creating content. You're probably sitting on here for about 45 minutes. There's bound to be at least so many good snippets out there. It's not like Instagram. Say if you literally post 6 times in one day, it's not going to be spammy because it's going out to a new audience every single time.
Right, okay. That's what I
consistency,
don't get.
mate. In terms of how the actual clips look, they're good.
Yeah.
Shot well, edited well. Shout out Big Man's editor, because it's definitely not you.
No, it's not. We shot a video before this, and it took a lot of work. We got there.
Honestly, hashtags, your bio, everything else is looking good. Honestly, just consistency, hashtags, nothing really else. Oh, sometimes layer like a sound over it, like a trending sound, and just dim that down. So obviously you want the original audio so people can actually hear what you're saying. Put like a bit of music over it for maybe like drop it right down, you know. And that could help.
And what do you find are the videos that get the reach? What do the people want to see?
My videos, going out videos, mate.
Right, okay.
People love and hate the going out videos.
And what's it been like? So the people that love them, what are the going out videos? I've seen a couple of them, and they're short, they're snippy, they're to the point, where you go, what you do.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's it. Do you have a time limit that you put in your TikTok?
30 seconds, bro.
No more?
Yeah, 35 seconds max. Short and snappy, in and out, gone.
I like that, because again, when I was...
But it's the algorithm as well, though. TikTok prioritizes short, snappy, sweet videos, because it's like... The way that the app works as well is your video will get pushed out on the FYP based on like how many likes, comments, watch time as well.
What does FYP stand for?
For You page. So like whenever you're first on the app, it's not like Instagram where your main feed on Instagram is everyone you follow.
Yeah.
TikTok, you can't. There is like a following feed, but the main feed that it'll land you on is For You page. So it's like Instagram Explorer. It's constantly recommending new content that it knows you will interact with.
Okay.
So yeah. Back to my point, 30 to 40 seconds, because if you're pushing out videos for like a minute or something like that, you're not going to be able to capture someone's attention for that long, you know. No, so just quick to...
Because when I first started putting videos on YouTube, I'm talking 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Videos.
You can't do that on TikTok even if you wanted to. But
how long can you get on TikTok?
I think it actually does give you like... I think it actually does give you up to like 3 or 4 minutes, but like you'll never see any of that content come up on your For You page, like.
Because again, I'll give you one of the reasons why I was against TikTok. Now listen, I'm open to it. I've been bullied into going on TikTok, and I'm fine about it now. I'm over it. Again, I have a couple of reservations. One was that whenever you're putting the stuff up, like my wife ends up she's like hypnotized by it. So she'll just be on it and she'll go,
that's it, mate. It's addicting.
Me, I have no, like, I will get distracted and I'll procrastinate, and that could be me. So that's why I didn't
100%. It can be addicting, especially because of the power of the algorithm. Again, as I said, it's recommending you stuff that it knows you'll interact with. But personally, I'm not a big scroller, to be honest. Like, a lot of the time I'm on my phone, I'm replying to messages, I'm doing stuff. I actually don't honestly spend that much time scrolling. Obviously, I'm in the industry, you have to spend a bit of time, but I'm not like, 3 or 4 hours of time just a day just aimlessly scrolling. Like,
and do you watch other influencers or other content creators and what they're doing, or you try to stay ahead, or you just focus on yourself?
Honestly, bro, I just kind of just do my own thing, to be honest. Like, I really do. Like, my main focus from day to day is the agency and growing my business, you know, content creation, because it's kind of the lifestyle I kind of create. Like, I do live a good lifestyle, so I kind of create content around that and just what I'm up to, you know. But yeah, like, I used to watch the likes of Casey Neistat and all on YouTube back in the day, other creators and stuff like that, and just kind of do my own thing. Also, who I'm around as well, we all kind of do content, so you kind of all just vibe off each other.
And with I've seen you and Jed together. Were you
the boys?
Were you initially? What brought you together? Was it just through this sort of work, or
me
did you know each other?
Me and Jed knew each other from like back in 2015, so through a friend of a friend type of thing. But we're never really like bros. Do you know what I mean? And then he used to work at like Outside In doing content creation. Then we pretty much went full time we done social media. He was doing it from back in 2020, to be fair. So he's always been in the content world.
Yeah.
Then like last year we both joined Orma Bass, which is the workspace we're in. And obviously that brought us tighter. We both do similar types of jobs from day to day. So we're always tight. And then what brought us to move together was cool story actually. I was looking to move out. He was looking to move out. One day he was in the gym. I was going to view an apartment in Oval.
Yeah.
I was texting him, was like, bro, you got anything? Like, if you're not, come view this place with me. Like, just for the crack or whatever. Didn't really rate the place. It was on like 20th floor. Just honestly, it wasn't a great apartment. Like, and as we were like gonna walk out, I was like, nah, not feeling that there. One of the girls we know, she also lives on the penthouse in the Oval. She seen us and we were like, oh, yo, come on up and see our apartment. Seen it, was like, fuck man, this is insane. Then she was like, right, the one next door is free. Like, you know, it's up for rent. So we got booked in the next day, went and viewed it. And like honestly, it was just one of them moments where I was like, this is sick. We need to make it happen.
That was something again. Whenever we were moving house initially, that we viewed a few and we're like, they're decent, but when you know, it's a weird thing. Like you just,
bro. Especially it's like your car. It's where you live. Do you know what I mean? It's a big moment. So.
And is this your first time out
First
of
time
home?
moving out, mate. Yeah.
I mean, what a cool spot to be for the first time.
It worries me though, because it's like I look around, I'm like, shit. You know, where does it go from here?
Yeah.
Because it's like it's insane. It's the tallest residential building in Ireland. Like, do you know what I mean? And it's like you're sitting there. I fucking love it every single day. But it is like, where do you go from here?
But see, with that too, obviously there's the positivity and the good nature of social media.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, you know, obviously with the amount you share and things,
exactly.
Is there a concern that like because again, I have found and I've spoken about it on the podcast a good bit. The effect sometimes that like trolling and fucking miserable people can have on you.
100%. Well, this is how I know you're not on TikTok. So last month my car got keyed, mate.
Right, okay.
So I got a personalised reg on Monday, and by Friday my car was keyed.
Right, okay.
So my personalised reg, you don't have to be a genius to work out.
Yeah.
It says Geady, right?
Yeah.
I've had the car for about 5 months, never had any issues with it. As soon as I get the personalised reg, I never even posted it on social media. I posted it on my story, didn't post it on TikTok.
Yeah.
Car gets keyed. So yeah, that's definitely a negative. It was a big negative, to be honest.
Yeah, no, of course. And how then do you deal with stuff like that? What in terms of the balance of what you put out?
Yeah.
What's it like? Because again, one of the things I always say is if we put a video out, say stand up or something, that's something you know that we're putting out there. It's personal. There's an element of when you put out a clip, you're like, fuck, I hope this does all right. You're a bit concerned. You get a lot of positive feedback, a lot of positive comments, people loving it.
Yeah.
Then you might get someone just saying something shitty, but that's the thing that sticks in your head and you get really fucking angry about it.
Yeah.
How do you navigate that, or what's
honestly,
it like?
mate, like I do get a lot of troll comments, like, but I'm smart, mate. Like I don't honestly take it personal. It's like I can understand why someone would be triggered at the kind of way I present myself and kind of like do social media. Do you know what I mean? It's like, especially. Like we'll talk me and Jed here because he gets a lot of hate as well. We're two guys, do you know what I mean? We're young, we're very outgoing. A lot of people will see that and be like, who do these guys think they are? Do you know what I mean? And honestly, we were on a podcast last week and we kind of went down the whole deep route of like why someone might drop a comment, like a hate comment, it's like they're not happy in themselves. Honestly, mate, I don't even think it's that deep. A lot of it is probably people just having the crack and being like, oh, my comment got 700 likes on their Gidi's video, and they're in the group chat being like, that's class. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's that. Honestly, for me, it does not affect me. Like, honestly, it really doesn't. Like, I've too much going on in my life that it would affect me.
And was there ever a time that it did, or was it just something you were all right with?
Honestly, bro, like, it's literally always something you need to hate. You honestly need hate. Like, you either want some people to really hate you or really love you. See if they're in between. It doesn't matter. Like you're not gonna I don't mean to be like, oh, you're not relevant, but whenever you push out content or whatever you do in life, you want it to trigger some sort of emotion to someone, whether that be love or hate. If it's not doing either, it's not going to do too well for you. So you need the element of hate, like, do you know what I mean?
Because that was the thing. Obviously, when I'd seen your stuff and everything, I liked it because I thought to myself, at the end of the day, people know me as a grumpy old guy. On paper I could probably be like, oh, these
geezers,
these damn kids,
these
fucking,
TikTokers, who do they think they are?
But then I look at it and I go, it's a couple of young guys having a good time, enjoying their life, and making stuff they want to make,
and
having and I do find there's an element, and I don't know whether it's, you know, again, you said you don't want to get deep. I don't want to get this deep, but there's something in.
We can go deep if you want.
There's
bro.
something in Belfast, isn't there? Like
100%.
An old, like, it's just, and I said about TV shows and things as well.
Yeah.
They just hate to see anything from here do well.
Do
And I
well,
think
yeah,
it's like,
exactly.
There's just that mindset that it's rather than like a rising tide lifts all ships thing. It's
Yeah.
like, nah, fuck them. They're thinking above their station.
It's jealousy, bro, and it's this kind of idea that it's not just Northern Ireland, it's Ireland as a whole, that you shouldn't be out there. Like you shouldn't be like. You shouldn't be too far out there. You should do your own wee thing, keep your head down.
Keep in your lane, sort of thing.
Why does everyone love Conor McGregor? Because he isn't that guy.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. Not to put myself in the same bracket, but it's
Yeah.
like over here there is that thing where it's just like, you know, keep your head down. Don't be pushing yourself out there too much. And I've just never really subscribed to that way of thinking. To be honest,
Speaking
like,
of Conor McGregor, would you smack a pensioner if the?
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
Like I wouldn't smack.
What if he
wouldn't
give you
smack a
too
pensioner,
much chip? Have some of that.
I'd be close to it, bro, but I don't think I'd do it. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah, like I think there is that element over here. There always has been. There always probably will
Yeah.
be. But I'd love to be able to just like push that a wee bit. Do you know what I mean? But
Yeah.
like, why does it exist?
Again, I think like that's the world of like the faceless troll and people being able to say what they want as good as it is. Like, because if you're doing freelance work, social media, if you use it right. Now again, this is probably sounding really like patronizing for me, going, if you use it right you can push or whatever, but you're going to get the people, and again it's always the same accounts, like at user and then a massive number,
wee guy sitting in his bedroom.
But again, if you ever said them like, why, like, what, you know,
what's up, bro?
what like, why,
what's the deal here?
and they'd be like, oh no, I don't. I'm like, well,
See, to be fair, like, see in real life, like, it's usually all love, honestly. Like, whenever like, we were at a marriage festival there on Sunday night, and it was mental, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like, me and Jed were there together. Like, it did not stop the amount of people coming up. And again, like, it's always people being like, I fucking love what you do. Like, it's class. Like, to see you like doing well and stuff like that there. But there was this one guy who like came up to me and was like, oh, you're that gimp from TikTok. Can I get a photo? And you're like, what? Like, come on, lad.
I mean,
not a chance.
Did you just go, well, obviously not, because you just fucking gone
Jed, to be fair, just goes, you're that dickhead that no one knows. Get away. Like, that's a good so one, easy. Man felt small.
And how did he take that? Did he just go
literally was like, and like a load of my mates were just kind of like, what are you doing? And just walked away. Do you know what I mean? But it just, like, I don't know. It's a strange one, mate.
Yeah,
it is.
It is, because again, I think like I am now my listeners will know I'm feeling better. I was a bit fucking stressed out.
Man's
for a while.
feeling good here.
You know, I'm feeling good right now. I'm feeling. Give me another
Got
word.
the comedy gigs coming up
give
here.
Give me
good.
another word that I'm too old for. What am I feeling? Am I feeling good? Lit? Is that?
You're lit.
I'm lit.
Man's feeling lit
I'm
over
feeling
here.
Lit. And my mood is picked up.
Man's feeling litty.
I'm vibing.
Hey, he's coming with the buzzwords here.
Listen,
now. Like,
I'm feeling. But there was a while there, it was just everything was getting to me. I was getting pissed off for things. I was going, fuck this. Like, I my biggest flaw is impatience. And see, whenever you're working on stuff, I just want it to be like, let's do it now. Let's get it done.
Yeah, I'd be like that as well, mate.
And it can frustrate me. And like, I was pushing the show, and I'm like, and like you say, you open my eyes with the Instagram thing, because I feel like, fuck, I don't want to be keeping on sharing on Instagram, but to me that's my biggest following, you know?
IG's still such an important platform, like, but by shooting the content for, like, Instagram Reels is literally TikTok within Instagram. Do you know what I mean? So by posting on, just repurpose the same content for TikTok on Instagram, you know? But
I was just again trying to convert it into, and I hate always putting stuff online that people are going to look at and go, oh, he's pushing a podcast, he's pushing tickets. I want to be putting stuff up that's just fun,
organic,
you know
and
what I mean?
fun.
So
exactly.
That's what I think I got into.
You've got to split your content down into different percentages. What value are people getting? Like entertainment, ticket sales. Like, you got to split it up, you know.
But I mean, I'm telling you this, you keep an eye on my TikTok after this podcast.
I'll follow you right
now. I'm turning it up.
Here, it's going to be lit.
Listen, it's going to be lit.
It's going to be lit.
But see, with that too, though, the things that you're sharing, right? Is there ever a point, or is there anything you'd be like, nah, that's just for me? That's not, I don't want, like...
Yeah,
you know,
100%. You can't share every aspect of your life. Like, when I'm around my family, I'm not... creating content there, like, do you know what I mean? Like, there are some, obviously there's some videos where I will create and I'll be like, oh, this should be good, and look at it, I'm like, oh, do you know what, nah, can't be annoyed, do you know what I mean? Because
I sort of have set up a world with my stand-up that I talk a lot about my kids. This is where I think it's been annoying me a bit in the last while, is that when I'm on stage, my family are my fodder almost, you know, and like, I say stuff about my girls that I clearly don't mean, you know, taking the piss on them.
Yeah, of course,
it's fine. But like, sometimes there's people that maybe don't see that I'm
taking the piss.
You know. And I think that's the thing, because like there was someone messaged me the other week and was like they said something like, "You're a really awful dad," and I was like, "But you don't know what I'm like as a dad."
Man goes to a comedy gig and takes everything personal.
It was wild. Now
you can't win, bro. You cannot win.
I keep them in cages out the back, but that aside, I do. But like there's my wee girl.
There's your dinner, love.
She started P1, right?
Yeah.
So she was there.
Lovely moment that. Like.
There's a bit I do, one of my sort of big bits that's out there now, so I'm not doing it at shows anymore. But it was a bit about leaving her to her first day at preschool and whatever. And
I'm sure that was a good moment.
And it was nice, but again, I joke about, you know, the photos. Everyone puts the photos up of their kids at the front door. And, you know, so I have friends and the kids are ugly. I don't want to like it, you know, it's all this stuff. And then obviously yesterday I did it, went in, brought her down to school, and nearly I choked up a wee bit and was collecting her. I was like, that's my wee baby there.
She's off skis.
You know what I mean? But then people are thinking, I'm going, so do I need to watch what I'm, you know, although I know it's a joke, and again, very much to me, I'd be of the opinion of it's clearly a joke. Yeah. But some people can't see it, and it's just.
But the thing is, though, bro, you can't always be a people pleaser. There's always gonna be people who run you up on this or are offended by that. Sometimes you just have to put your hands up and say, I'm not gonna please everyone. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? And if people have an issue with it, it lies on them. Do you know what I mean?
And do you ever bite on a comment or something? Does something ever get to you? Has there ever been anything you've gone, you motherfucker, I ain't having enough of that?
Honestly, mate, like in terms of trolls, literally nah, because it's literally just like, it's the same kind of comments, kind of keep reoccurring, hand gestures, vibe, what language you use, people being like, oh, your video's a hard watch, but they still probably watch it 3 times, still comment under it. Nah, mate, honestly, like,
but that's actually a fair point you've made there. The amount of times people will be like, I didn't like watching this, or this was shit, and it's like, well, here's the thing, I don't watch it. You know, you don't have
to be honest, mate, if they didn't care, they wouldn't comment. So it's got to be triggering some sort of response in there somewhere to be like, fuck, I have to comment on this guy's thing, or I need to send this. They're commenting because they care. Yeah. Deep down, do you know what I mean?
See, what I like is that obviously with the podcast, you try to see a side of people you don't always see, and you seem like a young fellow with your head very much screwed on.
100%.
It's good to see. Are there any people that you know, obviously definitely don't mention who, but do you ever have other creators who maybe do find it hard to deal with that side of things, and what do you say to them?
Yeah, I would say so. I think like 100% there probably are a lot of people that suffer from that. Like, I've never had a conversation with someone who's like, it really does get to me, but for anyone that does get it, I think you just have to be sure of yourself. At the end of the day, them people commenting under your videos, they're always usually anonymous accounts. They're not pushing out content themselves, but they're on the platform, you know. So is it a case of they're commenting under your videos, giving you stick because really they would love to be in your position, having followers, like, you know, putting yourself out there, essentially just being confident in yourself? I think it always just comes down to looking at the young individuals in like situation and understanding where they're at. It's never usually something to do with who you actually are, what you push out. It's more a reflection of them, you know. So I would just literally just say that, and it's honestly, it's not that deep. Like, if someone's comment under, like, if I literally paid so much attention to it, I'd probably think I'm the worst person in the world, and like, oh my god, I'll just quit tomorrow. Nah, I'm never gonna do that. Do you know what I mean? So you need a bit of hate as well. 100%.
To light the fire under the belly, sort of thing.
100%, man. Anyone who's ever done anything great in life has always had haters. You need it.
I mean, I would say one of my big motivating factors, and it's always been the case even in anything I've done, has been spite. I've always been like, you know what, you'll see.
Yes, mate. I literally was chatting about this to Jed the other day. I've always felt from whenever I was very young that I've got something to fucking prove. I swear to God, I've always felt that. And I honestly do think that like that lies deep within me, and it's always that thing that will just give me that extra fucking it's just that fire within you where it's just like, you'll see. And just like I've always felt like that, just that I've got something to prove. And
was that, you think that's something from like, were you sort of from home? Was like, were your parents hard on you, or
nah, it might have been an element of school, to be honest. Like it might have been an element of that. I've always been competitive. I played sport and stuff like that when I was younger, and I've always just had that desire in me, regardless, to be like to do well for myself, you know. So I feel like it probably comes from a lot of places, and combined it's there, you know. But yeah, I think definitely the online trolls, it is just nice to just keep dropping,
just feed, because again, Ben was saying to me, he's the producer of the podcast, was saying that sometimes like you'll see on your videos you'll like write wee comments back to them, and very seldom he's like they never come back to it. And I think that's it.
Mate, honestly, the only reason why I really reply is just engagement.
Yeah.
It's just an extra comment,
right?
stuff
Okay.
like that.
So and does that matter? More or less.
It does.
Lesson number 2. TikTok lesson number 2. Does that matter? The engagement.
100. Yeah. If you're getting more comments, people are commenting. You just literally reply for like fucking. It could be an emoji. It spikes the algorithm even more.
And what like this is TikTok lesson number 3. What is an algorithm? I keep hearing the word the algorithm, but I don't understand it.
Algorithm. So that, oh God, you're going to make me, let's call up Google here.
Yeah.
So the algorithm is like okay, so you make a post. The way a TikTok algorithm works, that you make a post within the first 10 minutes. If it performs well, it will get pushed out to another like X percentage on the For You page. So it's pretty much like a computer. It's a setting.
Right. So is that why if a video, sometimes you put one up, and now again I don't know what your views get. This is probably, you're probably going, I'm just going to.
They can flop.
But if you throw out a flop and it's a couple of hundred,
yeah,
you're like, oh no. But like I find the ones that you put up, and if it gets like 1,000 quick,
yeah,
it's like it jumps very
exactly
quickly.
that.
And
exactly
I
that.
understand
Because it's like, right. So say I put out a video now and it does 100 likes in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Versus a video that maybe does 10 likes in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
The one at 100 probably will go on to do a lot more. You know, it's just whenever you post it gives you about 10 minutes. Depends on how your following engages with it. If they engage well, it continues to further push it out. So that's, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, that's the way it works.
Well, you've taught me as the FYP.
FYP.
That's my number 1 hashtag now going forward.
Exactly.
Is FYP.
Hit me up anytime, bro.
And I'll throw that up.
Hashtag
for sure.
strategy.
But what do you think about then? What about the guys out there that say, no, listen, TikTok, it's China, it's taking over? What do you think about that? Are you worried about that, or do you just think that's just mental people?
No. So this was a conspiracy, wasn't it? That like they were deliberately pushing out to like Americans to like dim them down, wasn't it? Like, yeah, to give them content of like ass, like kids that like people dancing and stuff.
Not
like
ass
that.
Of kids though.
Ass of kids. Let's just say that. Like, let's just say that. But like, yeah, typical things that is like, dims you down and it's easy content to consume. Versus TikTok in China, I've heard that it's very, very educational.
Yeah.
Like, it's stuff that will like stimulate them. I don't know, man. There definitely could be an element of truth with it. Like,
yeah, but again, but as
over
long as
over an NI here, what's on everyone's FYP?
Well, that would be
me jumping around with hand gestures at parties.
Well, listen, there's the show, right? What we do, we find out like the number one, what's the word? The number 1 educational Chinese TikToker.
Yeah,
we'll do a swap. We'll send someone
with
over
Geady.
here.
Swapping with Geady for.
Would you go to China?
Would you go to China?
Would you go to China?
I would go to China. Yeah, 100%.
Let's do it. Let's make that's the content that we want. Send you to China.
Send Geady to China.
And bring whatever the Chinese Geady is. I'll not
the Chinese Geady.
I'll not say what the China, because hey, I could get me cancelled, and you definitely don't need
Chinese Geady.
But listen, I am learning, and I do feel like I've actually now understood the benefit.
Yeah.
Of TikTok, and I'm gonna be.
We gotta get you on it, bro.
We're gonna get on it. We're gonna do more. And what about
TikTok over 40s?
Son of a bitch! I am 35, all right, mate, and I'm 36 next month, and I feel it.
All right, mate. We'll allow it.
But no, I'm again. That's the problem too, because I gotta be aware. Like, I've seen it throughout the years. I'd be like, whenever I look, like what we watched that Woodstock documentary on Netflix there about Woodstock '99. I remember looking back, and my wife was like, "Look at these kids wrecking the place. What's the problem?" And I'm sort of going, that. When I was that age, that would have been that would have been a lot of fun. I said, they're like, if you're that age, she goes, yeah, I'd probably have the top off on people's shoulders.
I'd be getting it,
getting lit. But see, in our day, lit, drunk, so
lit,
we were
drunk.
getting back in those days.
Yeah.
And whereas now I'm sort of like, I go, you know what, I may be old, but I remember back to when I was a fucking nightmare.
Were you a nightmare?
Oh, I was a nightmare, mate. I was a nightmare. And
were you causing your mum and dad problems back then? Like, were you?
I just loved the sauce. I just loved drinking, loved partying.
Were you like saucing in? You're from Hollywood though, aren't you? So you must have had it. You must have had it well. Like,
we were all right. I moved to
on the Dom Perignon.
I moved to Crawfordsburn when I was 17.
Oh,
so
mate.
I was
chat to me.
I was turning it up back in those days with I was just taking.
You didn't rock with no
and
Buckfast or anything like that, like nah.
Oh, I like the Buckfast.
MD 2020.
But we put the Buckfast in a brown bag so people didn't know we were drinking the Buckfast.
Lovely.
But no, I used to absolutely love it, and go Beach Club. Where the clubs to go to? Beach Club, Box, and.
Box, that was the one in the Odyssey, was it?
Yeah, it was a good spot. And then I went through a phase.
We must be going way back here. Like
I know. Oh, listen, this is long because when I'm 30, like I was probably going out because I worked. Someone hit me with this fact the other day, right? And this blew my mind. Someone went 15 years ago. You were 20, and I went, wow. And then they go, in 15 years you'll be 50, and I went, oh no. That just fucking blew my mind.
Okay, do you fear age though?
You know what? I'll be honest.
Because I don't, mate. I don't.
You know, I don't. I feel
because
like
you're doing cool stuff. Do you know what I mean? It's not
Yeah.
like you're 30 and you're not happy with what you're doing.
Yeah.
You're like, shit. Like, you know.
like I think that's the thing to me, and it sounds again weird to say this, but the older I've got, the younger I feel in myself.
Yeah,
you know
bro.
what I mean?
Like
And
honestly, I feel like I've always just been like.
And what age are you?
24.
24.
Just
right,
turned
yeah.
24. Do you know what I mean? So
So-
I still am young, but I'm not
Yeah.
like I'm not a kid. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? But like, yeah, man, I feel alive. Like,
Yeah, but
you
no,
know?
because again, I think with having kids, that was something that sort of.
What age did you have a kid at?
My first was when I was 30. So,
See, I'd want to have a kid
yeah.
at about 30. Like,
And again, it was weird because are you seeing anyone at the minute? Or are you?
I'm not
single?
actually.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
newly single.
Listen,
as well.
all my viewers are old guys anyway. So
Oh, is it?
Unless you're on like some sort of MILF.
Oh, here,
you know,
here,
you
come on,
get
come
in
on.
touch. But no, I met my wife when I was 29.
Right.
And it was weird.
Wait, wifed her up, kid
Yeah.
already.
But no, this is what
Big man
happened.
moves fast.
You know,
we want to see you take that type of action on the TikTok as well, mate.
Listen, just come in, fucking get
Let's
TikTok
go.
pregnant, let's go. But no, we
All in.
It was weird because like I would have been like, oh, this love at first sight, load of balls.
Yeah.
Or we met at a gig.
Load of balls.
You know, I was like, who's love at first sight? Fuck that. But we
Yeah.
met at a gig.
Doesn't exist.
I was in the black box doing stand up, and it was a summer's day. I was sweating my balls off on stage. I was like, oh my god. I
And
feel so
this woman in the
uncomfortable.
crowd was giving you the eyes.
She
Like,
was fucking. To be fair, she was a torture.
You were
She
winking
would
at her and
fuck
all?
up, like she was just an annoying bitch. Right?
Ooh.
And then she came up afterwards and was chatting to me, and whatever it was, just great chat. And I was like, wow, this is
Yeah,
something.
there's something
And I
about
did
this.
the classic line. I sort of knew. Her
what is the
friend,
classic line?
And I said
Let's
to her,
see.
or I messaged her friend on Facebook to say, see her, does she come to gigs often with her boyfriend?
See her
or-"
mate. Oh, you
And she
come
went,
here
oh, she
often.
doesn't have a boyfriend. I went,
Oh.
okay, I'll give her the ad then.
It's in.
And then that was
Ad
it.
on Facebook.
Ad on Facebook. And
Not
then,
even a wee follow on
No,
IG, like
no.
Facebook.
Back in those
Wave
days,
at her.
you know,
Remember
back
you could
in those
poke people
days,
on
yeah.
Facebook.
I
Give her a
think-
wee poke.
I think it might have poked her, and not on
Oh,
Facebook,
mate.
but that's what happened, and then we ended up having the kid. But we'll not talk about that another time. But so yeah, we sort of met, and we
Love that.
We moved, she came into the house quite quick, and was just basically to my housemate who I'd lived with for years. This could
Yeah.
be you could be you and Chad. She just went in and was like, you know, your days are numbered, and he was like, haha. And she meant it. And she was like, and out he went, and
That was
then
it,
she
bro.
went, and the next thing you know, we've got the kid. But when we knew, it wasn't a big stress.
And how
'cause-
was that for you? Life changing having
it
a
was,
kid?
oh man, it was. I was one of these weirdos who always wanted kids. Like I always did.
I
and-
want kids, man.
and-
I definitely want
But
kids.
like, do you remember when Cristiano Ronaldo had a kid? Just the first kid, Cristiano Junior.
Junior, yeah.
And he had no girlfriend, no missus. Just he just produced this
It's like
kid.
Drake as well.
Yeah.
Having Drake.
Does he have a kid?
Yeah, you
And
see,
no-
you don't even know. Yeah, came
See?
out in an album 2018. He has a kid again.
Yeah.
No one knows who
But
the
'cause
who the baby mama is.
Ronaldo. I don't know whether this is banter or absolutely terrifying from Ronaldo, but he was like, "Oh, the mum's dead,"
Really?
and they were like, "All right,
Man,
Cristiano."
that's someone.
And-
She's like, oh, she's dead, mate.
Yeah, she's dead. So
Oh yeah.
you mean she
nothing
just
more.
had a kid, and then he's like, "Yeah, dead."
Yeah, dead.
So
Dead to me, or actually
I
dead?
think I don't know because with Ronaldo's money and influence, he could probably have someone whacked. I would say, but after that, I was like, you know what? I just will have a kid at some point, even if I adopt myself. Or
I
whatever.
want 3 kids, man.
3.
Yeah.
Now,
3
and
kids.
what I would say to you is, see, when you have one, you're like, let's have another.
Yeah.
It'll be
let's,
good.
Let's
Then
keep
you have
going
2,
here, like-
and then you go, oh fuck, I can't cope with these two freaks.
dear. Yeah.
But-
no, I think 3, bro. I think 3 would be nice.
But I
like.
think if I had another, because again, I have 2 girls.
Yeah.
And I'm actually the 7th David in a row. So
Seventh David in
I'm
a
the
row.
7th. There's like a family tradition.
So you got to keep it going here, like.
So and then my dad's like, you need to have a David, and I was like, or the Davids have just been completed, mate. And that's
Would you
enough.
say you're the best Davids out of all the Dave Elliots?
I am
Date?
I'm the most different. I would say I'm probably the most again.
Has any other Dave Elliots so like Ulster Hall?
No, not even this one. You know,
This one's
just-
gonna be the first.
it's-
This is gonna be the
this'll
first
it,
one right
but,
here.
But
Like,
my again, when people ask you about comedy and stuff, like where'd you start or whatever,
yeah.
I have no idea. Like my parents are solemn guys, you know, and I don't know where I came from, but
That's it.
you know, I'm definitely the most kind of creative
Yeah.
David, I would say. And
Go on,
again,
Dave.
they sort of would push me to be like, you want to be, you know, you want to get your education, do this and go
Yeah.
into Whereas with my kids, I think as long as they're doing something that they enjoy.
Yeah, definitely. Well, as long as enjoy, you got to push them, like, definitely. But, mate, it's all ahead of me.
Yeah, all ahead of you. And you
want
to wait. You say 6 years.
30, mate, I've still got so much more to give, so much more to do. But, I think 30, 31, 32, that's my bracket to kind of have.
Because what I will say, see, once you start hitting that age too, your body starts going, nah, mate, you're a bit more tired now. You're
not
a bit
me,
more
bro.
weaker.
I'm invincible. I'm telling you now. Like,
you think that until you have
I'm
a little
invincible,
kid just
bro.
pulling your face. Like, see, when I met Catherine, we were looking at. See, here's a picture of me up on the wall there at the back.
Yeah.
Thick black beard, thick black hair.
Yeah.
Bald, grey. In the space of 6 years. Not a good time. Stress, man.
Stress, bro.
Stress.
What do you think's causing that stress? Just the kids? Or?
Yeah, it's just the balance, But
I think if everything else in life is good, the kids will just be like,
But that's the good thing.
Cherry on top.
I think with them, they're coming out the other side. Like my 1-year-old, she's starting to be easier to manage. Like at the beginning, obviously, they're full on. And then when you have one, you forget, pardon me, how...
I thought you were going to say when you have one, you forget about the other.
No, but like, genuinely, the second one, you just don't... And it sounds sly to say, you don't give a fuck as much about them. Yeah. You've number one, you're like
watching
this all the
everything.
Time.
Yeah, you can be a wee bit more relaxed.
She'll be grand. Don't worry about her. She'll be all right.
That's it.
And then I think if of 3, again, I think my wife Catherine is like, I'm done.
We're done
because we've been
Finito.
Through it. It's gone. I've got a dog, so like that's my boy.
Oh, what dog you got?
A retriever.
Cocker spaniel. We've got like.
Yeah, and he's the boy.
Lovely wee one.
But I think if circumstances were, my position, what I like to do work wise is just to be able to do what I want. That's just it, So if I have a project I want to do, that's the goal at the minute.
Dave's gonna get it done.
And I think if things were totally rosy, I wouldn't be adverse to another child.
To have another kid.
But I think Catherine's just like, nah, man.
Well, Catherine, you've heard it here.
Yeah.
If things are rosy, this man wants another.
Listen, if I've got some dough, if I've got some digits in the bank,
he's rolling in it.
If I'm rolling, get ready.
Get all the zeros.
But then I've said to her too, look, ultimately we could just, split up and get a new wife and have more kids. It's all, it's all good.
On that life, like, see how it goes, man.
And speaking of getting older and moving on and settling things, what do you have goals, and what are the goals you're working to at the minute, or what are you looking to do?
All my goals at the minute are very career based, to be honest, mate. Yeah, I think things with the agency now, we're really in a position of scaling, bringing on a lot of new clients, and also hiring staff as well, delegating, getting the right teams and doing the right things, like just building a brand, honestly. Like that's a main focus for our agency now. At the start, it would have been getting clients. Now we've got a lot of clients. Like the work is there for us. Now I really want to build a fucking class brand for the agency, to be honest, as well as building my personal brand as well and continuing that to grow. I definitely want to do a bit of traveling. I want to do so much, to be honest. With the agency, we've got such big plans and just all stuff around that. But for me, right now, I'm just honestly just dialed in on like everything I'm doing, to be honest.
And the business, do you have plans to expand and go sort of UK wide, worldwide with that, or?
100%. I also I've got like a full UX done for an app that I know can tie in very, very well with social media and what I do. That is a further project for definitely further on down the line. But 100%, man. I want to do everything. Like literally, while I'm young, I want to experience fucking everything there is to experience. Like honestly, like I know that is deep, to be fair, but like, I do. As far as we know, you've literally only got one crack at life. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? And you don't know how long you're gonna be here for. So I just want to take everything to the fucking max, to be honest, and just do it while I can and while I'm young. So that's kind of where I'm at the minute, to be honest.
That sounds absolutely great. Are there anywhere on the bucket list location wise you'd be like, I want to hit there for a bit?
I think I'd want to do New York, to be honest, at some stage in my life. Definitely.
Have you been before?
Yeah, I've been a few times, mate. Yeah, just for holidays and stuff like that.
Would you like to live there? Is that what you're saying?
Fuck, bro, living there could be a bit heavy. Like it could be, definitely.
See, you know what? I've turned so like in age. I live in a nice house by the sea, all good, quiet, peaceful.
See, I love that life as well, man. I grew up in Crumlin, which is not in the city centre, and even like. We live in Oval now, and it's like even just city centre noise every single day can be a bit much. Like I do love like peace and quiet as well,
Yeah.
100%. Like, I would say I'm like an extrovert introvert. Like,
Yeah.
it's like I am very extra. I love socializing, but I need my time
Yeah.
as well, mate, to like recharge. So whenever I am with people, I can give what I usually give, you know.
And in the nature of what you do, does it ever become too much for you, or what do you do to sort of
Switch
back,
off a
or
wee bit. Yeah, I
do
mean,
you,
it
do you
is.
leave the phone down at night?
Where
and things like
it
that, or-
becomes too much sometimes is with the nature of the content that I do, it's your life, mate. So it's every single day, you know, it's just constant. It never switches off. Like, it's like you just constantly have to be in that mindset of everything I'm doing, I need to be creating content around. Like, do you know what I mean? So you never really do switch off, and that can affect like your relationships. Like, in my past relationship, that was a major thing that caused a lot of conflict. Was the whole social media thing, constantly like creating content, constantly being on my phone. And it's fucking exciting as well.
Yeah.
Do you know, it's very exciting. Like, whenever things are going off, obviously I was making money online at the time as well. You're fucking glued to it. Do you know what I mean? It's your first taste of it. So yeah, I think that is the one thing. I got asked in a podcast the other week and I give a shit answer. Like, but that's the one thing I would say is like the stuff that people don't see is like what goes behind it. Every day you're kind of having to be think, right, what am I doing today? How can I make my life look interesting today? That definitely does wear you down after a while. Do you know what I mean? Like,
and with your ex, was that one of the reasons you say that you sort of split? Was
I wouldn't say it was specifically that. I'd say it was a multitude of a few things, but that was definitely an issue that was coming up in our relationship.
Because sometimes, like with me making the switch from working full time into full time comedy, obviously a lot of
there's a risk
nowadays
involved as well.
Yeah,
bro. Like, that's the thing. There's a lot to gain, but there is risk as well. You know,
a lot of that was you have to be on your phone more. You need to be posting more. You have to be aware of that you're checking emails back and forth.
100%.
And again, with work, you know, sometimes my wife will be like, "Oh, you're always on your phone. What are you doing?" Like, I'm just looking at stuff. It's like, no, I'm checking emails. I'm doing
exactly. You're not just
to
paying attention. You're not just aimlessly scrolling mindless. You'd be fucking an idiot if you were doing that. Do you know what I mean?
But
you're
that's
doing
what
stuff.
she doesn't always see, you know. And I think that's sometimes been it. So what I try to do is like with this office, when I come here, I'm working. Then when I go home, you know, I'll do a bit here and there, but I'll try to focus. Like, I try to keep weekends as free as I can.
100%. Like, I mean, I love the switch off. Like, honestly, like, I absolutely love the switch off. The way I see it is like, if I can't get majority of my stuff done between like 9 to kind of 5 or whatever, there's a problem there. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should. I love switching off as well. Do you know what I mean? You need to. Especially when you're with other people, like especially if it's a relationship, you have to be present. Do you know what I mean? It's like, if I was to meet someone today or fucking tomorrow, they will know my lifestyle, kind of what I do. I will, you know, what the package is, but you still have a responsibility that you are present when you're with people, you know.
Because that's what sometimes Catherine will say to me too. She'll be like, whenever I see you on socials or see whatever and you're doing gigs and things like that, it looks exciting, you know. And it's like there's things where it's like she would, whenever Kevin Hart came play Lavery's the first time, she was just there with me, you know, and was like, this is really cool. But like the majority of the time, it's like, you're just a boring guy, but people don't see that. And it's like sometimes, like if I'm out and about, you know, obviously it's great when people come up and ask for photos or give you a bit of chat. But then sometimes like people will be like almost do something. And it's like, well, I'm just
I'm chilling.
You know, don't worry. It's like I'm just happy to chat to you. But like I was at Snow Patrol there on Wednesday.
Tell me a joke. I bumped into Dave Elliott last night. He told me a joke. You're not going to say that.
Nah, but I was there, and like a load of people were. It was great crack. But then this one older woman was like, "You're a comedian. Tell me a joke." I'm like, but I sort of tell anecdotes and stories. I don't have just one liner. She was, "You're supposed to be funny." I'm
knock
like, well,
knock. Who's there?
You know, it's like, what do I mean?
It's not that easy. Like,
I'm here with my wife, and I'm absolutely fucking steaming. You know, because that's the thing. I'm not a big drinker.
Yeah,
used to be.
But you're not a big drinker.
Oh, I used to be back. Like, I used to love it.
You not be sick in the pints, man.
When I do, I'm one of those guys. I'll let the hair down. It's
really go for it.
I don't know.
Mrs. doesn't hear from you for 3 days.
But she was saying to me, she's like, "Let's go and have a drink, right?" And I said, "Okay." And we were, and then once we got to the gig, she was like, "I'm going in, maybe not." She's like, "Oh, it's Holly's first day at school tomorrow." I was like, "Don't worry about it." And I just kept going.
We got this.
I'm going, and then I got.
And where do you drink, mate? You're a Hollywood kind of guy then?
No, I'm a banger guy. I like to go out and banger. I like to go to the pubs.
You'll not be running up the National or anything in Cathedral Quarter?
You know, I would have been, and I like, you know,
National and Dirty Onion, mate. Goat spots, like good spots, yeah.
Because they run a comedy club.
They're the locals now.
Yeah,
fix it, yeah.
But they're the spots to go. Because again, I was going to ask you, where's the the cool places to go.
Mate, I get a buzz off the national.
Yeah.
And I think it's a great spot. Like it is.
Thompson's
good.
still kicking off?
Thompson's is.
That was a good. That was always you're dying.
You'll not find me there too often. To be fair, like you'll not find me there. I'll be dragged there, and I actually was recently, but we'll not speak on that.
Oh dear. So what does a night out look like? What's a good night out for you? Are you
Pre's and ours for a start.
Right. Okay.
Pre's in the gaff.
And what's the pre-drink? What do you go for?
I'd be on the Ronas for Pre's,
right,
bro.
okay.
Yeah, Ronas. Pre's in the gaff, good tunes, a lot of Travis Scott on, of course. Then just literally walking distance down to the national, hit the national first, kind of suss the vibe out. If the vibe's not there, Dirty Onion, and then just kind of float between after that, you know.
And then is it back to the house?
Back to the gaff, mate. It's always back to the gaff, like, but just because it's literally so fucking close and it's class as well. It's just back to the gaff. I was like
back in the sort of the heydays when I was living away. I lived
again. This
Road.
must be way back.
Hey, not that long ago. You know, maybe we're talking 10, 15.
10, 15.
But like a prison, a life sentence.
I was in primary
away,
school, like,
you know.
I was in primary school.
But we would have gone out in Lisburn Road we lived, and we'd have just gone sort of around the bot and whatever else in the town, and
Ryan's
then back
bars. Hit up Ryan's bar.
Ryan's was all right, but like went through Buckfast was big in those days, so we would have got the.
What about? Were you on the barracks at all? Did you ever drink barracks much? Like,
no.
What was there?
No,
I can't remember.
White Lightning would have been a big one
as well.
But we did a game called Edward Cider Hands.
Edward Cider Hands.
Yeah, when we were students.
What did that look like?
You get with 2-3 litre bottles of cider. Masking tape the hands, you can't take them off till they're both done. So it's a wipeout. You know, it's not a good.
Yeah, it's shocking that. Like,
but then as my body got older and it was like you can't cope with hangovers. Then the girls came in.
See, I don't get hangovers, mate.
Oh, and that's a danger.
Literally, never ever get hangovers.
Yeah,
I told you, mate. I'm indestructible. Like,
yeah.
I literally just
wait till you head over 25.
Mate, start going, I've been hearing this. Done. Oh, wait until you head over 20. Wait until you head over 21. I'm 24 now, mate. Still don't get them. Like,
I was going to say you're old enough to be my son, but I'd have to be 11 when I had you. But I mean, fertile, it's doable.
You'd be.
I had a full beard when I was 11, so I could imagine
you'd be doing well to be pumping out at 11. Like.
Yeah.
To be honest.
But no, that was it. But see now, the other day at Night Snow Patrol, I just let loose, and I'm still a wee bit fragile.
Yeah.
Still a bit like yesterday was not a good day.
I'd be grand, mate.
And I met another dad whose daughter was starting school, and we said, like, listen, see if we see each other to school gates, and the sunglasses are on. You know, we're struggling. He didn't even make it, so I consider myself better than that. I won.
Well, that's good.
I wasn't in a good state.
And with your industry that you work in, do you be drinking like after gigs? Like, it's a social kind of thing. Like, do you be on the pints?
The odd time. The time I'll always.
Do you ever be drinking before or anything, or do you go on sober?
And again, I always go on sober. Yeah, I think that was.
I would like to go like whenever I do anything like that. Yeah. You're on the public. I have to be sober, man.
Because I think when you start off, if you start something. Like, so say you start telling yourself, oh, I have to have a drink before you stand up. Exactly. Anytime you do it, then it becomes like a safety blanket.
So, I remember one time I watched on YouTube, and it was like a comedian in New York took acid before he went on stand up, and it was a complete fucking flop. Yeah. Like, it was on Noisy. Did you ever see Noisy on YouTube? Yeah. It was that there, but stay away from that. Like.
But yeah, because again, a lot of time whenever I started, like I was actually I was older than you when I started stand up. I think I started when I was 25 or 6.
Really?
Yeah. Because I was doing sketches and other things like that before, and then got into the stand-up. But again, I always knew I wanted to do something fun and like make fun. Again, I guess content, you know, videos, TV, whatever. But whenever I started, you'd have to drive. The fucking Oma was always a bit of a hub for gigs and Derry and all. And you'd be about the place. So
the Belfast scene seems big now, though.
But it's class.
Do you know what? It's good to see because again, stereotypical kind of industries over here. You know, obviously sport would be one, but like most people who do the whole education thing, it's like it's good to see people like you do it full time.
Yeah. No, it's class.
Smashing it. Like, it's really good to see over here.
Oh, it is class to see. And I think if I had started, because I know there's some boys who would have a beer the whole time, I just, for ease, don't.
Yeah.
But we normally have comedians Christmas do. That's normally the gig that everyone has
gets a wee bit saucy at.
Yeah, and I'll probably nowadays, I'm talking get drunk maybe 2-3 times a year. Just because my girls are unrelenting. Like,
well, to be honest, mate, I actually came on this podcast and was like, right, we'll probably crack on good, invite him doors for a party here, but 2-3 times a year,
listen,
bro. Like,
well, whenever it's
again,
good,
rookie numbers, you got to get them numbers up. Like.
That's what we've learned. Listen, it's been a pleasure. I appreciate you coming on.
Guy,
It's been,
appreciate it, boss.
Been a lot of fun. And
absolutely.
Listen, you'll maybe see me in some pretty fancy gear. Maybe
You're
around the
gonna
gaff,
see him
the
on
breeze.
TikTok as well,
Keep an eye
on the
out.
FYP,
FYP.
this man right here.
Geady.
And hopefully a party as well,
It's
with
been a
lots of
pleasure.
hand gestures.
For sure.